Welcome to the English Practice Podcast. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Sophie. Today we're starting a special series on how to learn English fast and effectively.
Many learners want to improve quickly but don't know the best way to do it.
That's right. Learning fast doesn't mean rushing. It means using smart, efficient methods.
We'll talk about setting goals, building routines, and choosing the right tools.
Plus, daily habits and mindset to keep you motivated and focused.
We'll also discuss common challenges and how to overcome them.
And share inspiring success stories to keep you encouraged.
Whether you're a beginner or advanced learner, this series has something for you.
So get ready to learn how to speed up your English learning journey. Let's get started.
Part 1. Setting goals and building a routine.
Hi, Sophie. Today we're starting a special series on how to learn English fast and effectively.
Hi, Ryan. That's exactly what many learners want. Fast results without wasting time.
Yes. The first thing to do is set clear, specific goals.
Why are goals so important?
Goals give you a direction and help you stay motivated. Without them, it's easy to get lost or discouraged.
So I should write down what I want to achieve, like speaking confidently or passing a test.
Exactly. For example, I want to have a 5-minute conversation in English within 1 month.
That sounds achievable and gives me something to work towards.
Next, build a daily routine that fits your schedule. Even 20 to 30 minutes a day is better than long sessions once a week.
Consistency is better than intensity. I like that idea.
Short, focused daily practice helps your brain retain information better.
How do I avoid getting bored in my routine?
Vary your activities. Listen, speak, read, and write. Mix things up to keep it interesting.
So not just one thing all the time, but a balance of skills.
Exactly. For example, watch a video one day, read a short story the next, then practice speaking the following day.
That sounds fun and practical.
Immersion is also key. Surround yourself with English as much as possible.
Like listening to English music or podcasts during my commute.
Yes. The more you expose yourself to English, the faster you learn.
What about speaking? It's the hardest for many learners.
Practice speaking daily, even if it's just talking to yourself or reading out loud.
I sometimes describe what I'm doing in English.
That's a great habit. Also find language partners or tutors to practice conversations.
Language exchange apps are a good way to meet native speakers, right?
Absolutely. Real conversations improve fluency and confidence.
How important is vocabulary?
Very important. Focus on learning common words and phrases first.
Like learning chunks of language instead of single words?
Yes. Chunks help you speak more naturally and quickly.
What's a good way to remember vocabulary?
Use flashcards and spaced repetition apps like Anki to review words regularly.
I use Anki, but sometimes I forget to review daily.
Set reminders and make vocabulary review part of your routine.
Got it. What about grammar? Should I focus on that early?
Grammar is important, but don't let it slow down your speaking. Focus on communicating first.
So speak freely and improve grammar as you go?
Exactly. Fluency first, accuracy comes with practice.
What about making mistakes?
Don't fear mistakes. They are a natural part of learning and help you improve.
I'm trying to accept that more and not be too hard on myself.
Great. Stay positive and patient. Learning a language takes time, but you can speed it up with the right approach.
What's your best tip for fast learning?
Combine consistent practice, immersion, and using English actively every day.
Practice makes perfect.
Thanks, Ryan. I'm motivated to start applying these tips right away.
You're welcome, Sophie. Next time, we'll talk about the best tools and resources for fast learning.
Looking forward to it. See you then.
Part 2. Best tools and resources for fast English learning.
Welcome back, Sophie. Today we're going to talk about some of the best tools and resources to help you learn English fast and effectively.
Hi, Ryan. I'm excited because there are so many apps and websites, it's hard to know where to start.
Absolutely. Let's begin with vocabulary apps. Anki and Quizlet use spaced repetition to help you remember words long term.
I use Anki sometimes, but I don't always keep up with daily reviews.
Consistency is key. Try setting reminders or scheduling review time every day.
Good idea. What about apps for speaking practice?
Apps like HelloTalk and Tandem connect you with native speakers for real conversations.
I love those. Talking to real people makes a big difference.
Definitely. For grammar, apps like Grammarly and English Grammar in Use are great for practice and corrections.
Grammarly helps me a lot with writing errors.
Watching videos on YouTube channels like English Addict or Learn English with Emma is great for listening and pronunciation.
I enjoy learning with videos because they're engaging and teach real life English.
Podcasts are also excellent. The English We Speak by the BBC teaches useful phrases in a few minutes daily.
I listen to podcasts during my commute. It's a productive use of time.
For reading, graded readers are perfect. They provide interesting stories at your level.
I like reading simple novels and news articles to improve vocabulary and comprehension.
Don't forget about speaking practice tools like Speechling, which gives you feedback on pronunciation.
Getting feedback is so important to improve fast.
If you want more structure, online courses like Coursera and Udemy offer well-designed English programs.
Those courses help me stay motivated and track my progress.
Using flashcards, watching videos, listening to podcasts, and practicing speaking, combining these tools creates a balanced learning routine.
Variety keeps learning exciting and covers all skills.
Also, try to use English daily in your life. Write shopping lists, think in English, or set your phone language to English.
Immersion is the fastest way to improve.
What about books or movies with subtitles?
Watching with subtitles helps me understand better and learn new words.
Start with subtitles in your language, then switch to English subtitles as you improve.
That helps connect spoken and written words.
Try to speak out loud while watching. Repeat phrases or practice dialogues.
It's like shadowing, which improves pronunciation and fluency.
For those who prefer games, apps like Fluent U turn real-world videos into interactive lessons.
Learning while having fun helps me stay consistent.
Use social media too. Follow English learning pages or native speakers to see everyday language.
Engaging with content I like keeps me motivated.
Remember, no single tool is perfect. Use a combination that fits your learning style and goals.
That's the best advice. I'll experiment and find what works for me.
Thanks, Ryan. These resources sound really helpful.
You're welcome, Sophie. Next, we'll talk about daily habits that speed up English learning.
I'm excited. See you next time.
Part 3. Daily Habits and Mindset for Fast and Effective English Learning.
Welcome back, Sophie. Today we're focusing on daily habits and mindset that help you learn English faster.
Hi, Ryan. I'm curious about how habits and mindset influence language learning.
They are crucial. Consistent habits turn learning into an automatic process.
What are some key habits for fast learning?
First, practice every day, even if only for 10 to 20 minutes.
Consistency beats long, irregular sessions, right?
Exactly. It trains your brain to absorb information steadily.
What about setting specific times to study?
Having a fixed schedule helps create routine and reduces procrastination.
I find it easier to focus when I study at the same time every day,
Second, immerse yourself in English throughout the day.
like thinking in English, listening to English music, or reading signs.
Yes, the more you expose yourself, the faster your brain adapts.
How about practicing speaking?
Try speaking out loud as often as possible. Talk to yourself, record your voice, or find conversation partners.
I sometimes narrate my day in English or explain things aloud.
That's a fantastic habit. It makes thinking in English more natural.
What about the mindset?
Stay positive and patient. Language learning takes time, but every step counts.
I try to celebrate small wins, like understanding a podcast or speaking without hesitation.
That's excellent. Avoid comparing yourself to others. Everyone learns at their own pace.
Comparison only brings discouragement. Focus on personal growth.
Another mindset tip is to embrace mistakes as learning opportunities.
Mistakes help me improve instead of feeling embarrassed.
Exactly. Don't fear errors. Making them means you're trying and progressing.
How do I stay motivated when I feel stuck?
Remind yourself of your reasons for learning English and set small, achievable goals.
Breaking big goals into small steps makes learning manageable.
Also, track your progress by keeping a journal or recording yourself monthly.
Seeing improvement over time boosts motivation.
Try to make learning enjoyable by using content you love: movies, music, books, or hobbies.
Enjoyment keeps me engaged and reduces stress.
Surround yourself with supportive people or online communities for encouragement.
It helps to share your journey and learn from others.
Remember to rest and avoid burnout by balancing study with breaks and fun activities.
Taking care of your mental health keeps you learning longer.
What about learning strategies?
Use active learning. Speak, write, and interact, not just passive listening or reading.
Exactly. Engage multiple senses and skills for better retention.
I find writing summaries or teaching others helps me understand better.
That's a powerful technique. Teaching solidifies your knowledge.
Thanks, Ryan. These daily habits and mindset tips make learning feel more achievable.
You're welcome. Next time, we'll discuss common challenges and how to overcome them.
Looking forward to it. See you soon.
Part 4. Common challenges and how to overcome them.
Welcome back, Sophie. Today, let's talk about common challenges learners face and how to overcome them.
Hi, Ryan. Challenges can be tough, but knowing how to handle them is key.
One big challenge is losing motivation over time.
Yes, especially when progress feels slow.
To fight this, set short-term goals and celebrate small achievements.
That helps me stay positive and see progress clearly.
Another challenge is fear of making mistakes.
I used to avoid speaking because of this fear.
Remember, mistakes are natural and essential for improvement.
I try to remind myself that every mistake teaches me something.
Time management can be difficult for busy learners.
Finding time daily can be tricky with work and family.
Try scheduling short, focused sessions during your free time.
Even 10 minutes counts if done consistently.
Distractions are another problem, especially when studying at home.
Phones, TV, and social media often interrupt my practice.
Create a quiet, dedicated study space and turn off notifications.
I'll try to keep my study area distraction-free.
Sometimes learners feel lonely or isolated studying alone.
That's why joining online groups or language exchanges is helpful.
Speaking with others adds motivation and real practice.
I've met great friends through language exchange apps.
Another common issue is getting stuck on difficult grammar or vocabulary.
I get frustrated when I can't remember rules or words.
Break complex topics into small parts and practice them in context.
Using words and grammar in real sentences helps me remember better.
Some learners focus too much on perfection and hesitate to speak.
I learned to focus on communication over perfect grammar.
Fluency comes before accuracy. Speaking regularly builds confidence.
I'll remind myself to speak more freely.
Feeling overwhelmed by too many resources is also common.
I get confused trying to choose what to study next.
Focus on a few trusted materials that match your level and goals.
Quality over quantity.
What if I feel tired or stressed and want to give up?
Take breaks, relax, and come back refreshed. Self-care matters.
Maintaining a positive attitude despite setbacks is important.
I try to keep my eyes on the long-term goal.
Lastly, impatience slows learning.
I want results fast but must accept gradual progress.
Trust the process. Consistency and patience pay off.
Thanks, Ryan. These strategies make challenges feel manageable.
You're welcome, Sophie. Next, we'll share inspiring success stories and final tips.
I can't wait to hear those. See you next time.
Part 5. Inspiring Success Stories, Final Tips, and Encouragement.
Welcome back, Sophie. Today, we're sharing inspiring success stories and some final tips to help learners.
Hi, Ryan. I love hearing success stories. They really motivate me.
One learner, Maria, started with little English and practiced daily for 6 months.
What helped her the most?
She combined listening to podcasts, shadowing native speakers, and speaking with language partners.
That sounds like a solid plan with consistent effort.
After 6 months, Maria could hold conversations confidently and improved her accent.
That's amazing progress. Shows daily practice works.
Another learner, Ahmed, used visualization techniques alongside speaking practice.
Visualization? How does that help?
He imagined himself speaking English fluently and confidently before every practice session.
So mental preparation builds confidence?
Exactly. Visualization reduces anxiety and improves performance.
I want to try that myself.
Then there's Lena, who watched English movies with subtitles and wrote summaries to improve vocabulary and writing.
Combining multiple skills at once is very effective.
She also joined online language groups to practice speaking and get feedback.
Social learning keeps motivation high.
These learners show that with focus, smart techniques, and persistence, anyone can improve fast.
That's inspiring. What final advice do you have, Ryan?
Stay consistent with your practice and don't be afraid of making mistakes.
Embrace mistakes as opportunities to learn and grow.
Use a variety of learning tools and methods to keep your study engaging.
And remember to immerse yourself in English as much as possible.
Keep a positive mindset and celebrate every small success.
Progress may seem slow at times, but every step forward counts.
Set clear goals and revisit them regularly to stay motivated.
And find ways to enjoy the learning process. It makes all the difference.
Thanks for joining me, Sophie. I hope this series helps learners accelerate their English journey.
Thank you, Ryan. And thanks to all our listeners for tuning in.
Keep practicing, stay patient, and you will see great results.
We'll see you next time on the English Practice Podcast. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone. Keep learning and speaking confidently.
Bye. Happy English learning.